All right, major north-south streets closure may cause some problems for neighbors along the Leavenworth area. All 4 lanes of 42nd Street is closing between Leavenworth and Pacific Street for at least 5 weeks while MUD completes utility work.
Producer Roger Hamer is on your side, talking with neighbors who are concerned about safety.
This stretch of 42nd Street near Pacific provides quick and easy access to Leavenworth Street and area hospitals. But with this 4-lane road being shut down, concern over big trucks and cars speeding through neighborhoods on either side of the closure are a concern to those who live here if drivers get caught not heeding the road closed signs.
It's a little frustrating just because, you forget about it. You forget it's closed because it's just like your natural instinct. And then a lot of the traffic from 42nd spills down Pacific Street, and with like an almost 3-year-old, it's just something you kind of worry about.
Road closures are becoming a regular event for neighbors here, with repairs after a few water main breaks on 42nd Street. One neighbor who didn't want to go on camera tells me streets on either side of the construction zone are already congested during the morning and afternoon rush hours, and more traffic here would add to the problem.
I'll certainly be avoiding 42nd. So I think there'll probably be a lot more traffic on Saddle Creek over here, and then a lot more on 45th that cuts through the neighborhood between, center, and there's, churches and schools and all sorts of stuff going on.
So drivers really need to beware.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of pedestrian traffic.
Neighbors here know the work has to get done and say they appreciate the attention the infrastructure in the area is garnering. They just hope the closure doesn't change the fabric of their neighborhood. On your side, Roger Hamer, WOWT 6 News.
Electronic signs along 42nd were up this morning to warn drivers, and there are also lane restrictions on 42nd Street between Leavenworth and Interstate 80. And drivers are encouraged to find alternative routes.
An unusual search today